The biggest problem with crypto right now, and specifically in crypto node projects, is the over delivering of what these projects are saying that they can do. 20% a day or 5% a day, 15% a day, all these very high daily reward type projects. And ultimately, we are starting to see time and time again that they are failing over and over again. There's been a lot of projects that I've been in that had relatively high rewards, and they're dying now. So a lot of people, and myself included, are looking for the solution to a project that is producing passive income, but is producing it in a stable way, but is also a decent amount of reward to where I really feel like I'm earning money. Well, Elephant Money looks to be solving a lot of problems and is a lot of different projects in one. I know you read the title of the video. This is no joke. Let's get right into this project. This is Elephant Money. What's going on, everybody? It's Colevcoin. I hope you're having a great day or night, whatever time you're watching this video. And if you do enjoy this video, please leave me a like down below and a sub. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to click that bell icon to make sure that you get notified whenever videos like this are dropping. So $20,000 is definitely a lot of money, and I don't just throw that around very often. I do that on projects that I truly believe are sustainable, projects I truly believe have a lot of potential, and I think that Elephant Money is definitely one of those projects. We talked about this a bit in the Sleep Money Club. So if you do want to hear about a lot of these projects that we do get in before, we make YouTube videos on them, don't forget to check out Sleep Money Club, link down below. So Elephant Money really does have a lot of solid things going for it. First off, the developer, Tom Perkins, which, yes, he is the creator of Bankroll, which is ultimately what spawned Drip. Drip is a fork of Bankroll. He is the developer that has created this project. So the project is already starting on a very, very high playing field, right? We have a very solid developer that's been in the community and is liked quite well in the community. He has a long history of development and developing projects, and he graduated MIT with a bachelor's degree in computer science. Like I said, this project is starting on a very high playing field. Let's go ahead and go over to the website. That way I can explain everything, all the different dashboards and what everything means and how this project, this protocol works. All right, so the website's going to be elephant.money. Again, elephant.money. Do not go to any other website. Do not get scammed. Do not get scammed. All right, so we get to the very beginning of the website, and it's very, very basic. You have two options. You have either Elephant or you have Trunk/Stampede. Now, Elephant is going to be the protocol as a main token. And the reason why this protocol is so diverse is because it does so many different things, and it does all of those things very, very well. Now, what Elephant is like I said, it's the protocol's token. It's their main token. And what this token is, it's a reflection token. So let's go ahead and dive in here. Now, every transaction that is involved with this token, there is a 10% tax, and a portion of that 10% tax is allocated to all the holders of the Elephant token. Now, we're gonna go ahead and connect the wallet here. Now, as you can see, I have a total of 14 billion tokens, and that's gonna be a price of around 4.2K. I did drop around 11 BNB. Now, I did put around $4,500 into this project, and of course, after the 10% tax, it brought me down to 4.2K. Now, to the right of that, you're gonna see your total stake into the entire project. Now, this is gonna be important down the line, and what this is basically related to is how much tokens you're gonna get reflected based off your current stake in the project. That is going to be the amount of tokens you are going to receive. Now, looking over here to the right, you can see the current price of Elephant Money. It's going to be 6 zeros and a 3. And we'll quickly just read this. So elephant.money is a future-proof way to compound profits made on BSC. Elephant is our store of value on the Binance Smart Chain. A 10% fee is charged on all transfers of the Elephant token to create a perpetual community trust. These fees are split evenly between payments to existing holders and locked liquidity. Again, this is very important how they're setting up this token, and this whole project revolves around itself. So everything is slowly becoming more and more sustainable. I'm going to quickly show you the chart of Elephant to see how this thing is just launching up. All right, so this is going to be the chart of the token. They do provide this on their website, but as you can see, this thing has been going absolutely crazy, doing several X's, going all the way to where the price currently is. Now you're gonna see this big dip, and what this big dip essentially is an automated mechanic in the project called the graveyard. And what the graveyard is a sort of a burn address, but once that graveyard goes over 50% of the total supply, it burns that 1%, and that's what you see here. So you see it as a sell. What a lot of people are doing is they're waiting for the graveyard to hit that 51%, and they're using that to their advantage, and they're buying. As you can see, most of the times where this dip happened, this gradual rise quickly ate it up. You can see it a few times here, you see it one time here, and so on and so forth. Another time here. Going back down, you'll see a lot more information. You can see their audit, a tutorial on YouTube. They have a whole channel where they explain this in a lot more detail than I can. So I do recommend y'all go check out Elephant Money's YouTube channel. That way they can answer every one of your questions on there. Where to buy, token tracker, pricing and chart. This one right here uses PooCoin. I just use Dex Screener because I just prefer that platform. Down at the bottom, you see the stats of the project. Currently, there is $302 million in the Elephant Money token. The current price per BUSD is about 30 cents. They have this cool little mechanic in the stat chart showing you about what you're paying for in relation to what it would be as if it was Bitcoin. So right now, this project is projecting that it's around $14.40 if this was when you bought Bitcoin. So that's pretty important to know and pretty important to kind of understand in perspective. Now, this is the graveyard that I was talking about earlier. Once this hits 51%, there's going to be that sell-off again to help with the price and maintain a stability in the price. Generally, people wait for that dip and then they buy that dip just to take advantage of the price drop. Currently, there is almost $58 million in liquidity, and these are some more mechanics of the Elephant token. So a total of 1 quadrillion Elephant tokens, 49% are sent to the graveyard, 490 trillion tokens to the burn address or auto burn, 1% for development/marketing, 25% to the contract owned locked liquidity, and 25% to the community via liquidity drive. In most reflection token platforms, the burn address is passive and grows over time, eating up all of the profits. In Elephant, the graveyard is a smart contract that rebalances ownership of the supply to 50% daily as needed. Again, this was that mechanic I was telling you about. When it hits 51% or so, it will go ahead and burn all those tokens instead of just eating up the profit from the holders. Now, the fees, of course, is a 10% of every transaction for elephant.money goes to the existing token holders, and locked liquidity split equally 5%. The burn address is treated as another holder. So Elephant Money creates passive income through volatility. Participants enjoy consistent rewards that are resistant to market down cycles, which is also very important because you have to understand the other part of Elephant Money's project, which is their trunk token, which we're about to get to. So going up here at the top, we can see a couple more things over here to the right. The first thing is going to see your audit. Yes, there are 2 different audits on this project. One by, one of the most credible companies, Certic, and of course another one by Solidity Finance, which is also a very credible auditor within the crypto community. Over here, we're also going to have the white paper and the socials up here at the top. Now, going back to the main page, we're going to go ahead and go over to the Stampede or the trunk. So now what the trunk essentially is their stable coin. Yes, it's their stable coin. They have a stable coin, and how it works is 75% of this stable coin is pegged to the value of BUSD, and the other 25% is collateralized by the trunk token. Now, so if we look here, I got a total of $5,100 currently deposited as the trunk token, and we can see that I've currently withdrawn some, and I'll show you where that 10K went. But basically how this works is it's essentially like a savings account, right? So you can take all of your trunk and you can just simply stake it. Again, this is something that's pegged essentially to the dollar. I can quickly show you the chart in a second, but it's a peg to the dollar. So you are pegging a stable coin, and you're earning about 66% APR. Now, if you look at something like PancakeSwap and you stake their cake token, it earns around the same, maybe 58 to 60. But the problem with that is the price can fluctuate. It can go down or it could go up, which you would be benefiting if it goes up, but it's also the risk. The risk is significantly minimized here since its goal is to be a stable coin pegged around $1. Now, up here is where you essentially mint new trunk tokens using BUSD, and then you have the option to stake those tokens right here by depositing them. And the cool part is that you also can withdraw them since you are staking. So it's another source of passive income, except for it's essentially on a dollar. Guys, this project is insane. It's crazy. It's doing a lot of the right things. It's doing things that, projects already have done, but it's doing them much better in a much better ecosystem. Now you also have the option to compound your staked rewards. Now you could go over here to roll. Roll is essentially the compound, and it's going to compound whatever is currently in your reward stack, and it's going to put that into your deposit. So over time, you will gain more and more rewards as your deposit grows. Now, this is where the strategy starts getting interesting, and this is where the strategy gets, a little bit more complex and could be slightly more risky. But if you see the bigger picture and if you see this project long term, you can see ultimately where the success lies. Now down here at the bottom is what they call Stampede. Now Stampede is something very similar to Drip. It's very similar to Bankroll, right? Which is where, this entire sort of concept came from, except it's not promising some crazy daily rewards, not 2%, 5%, 10%, or even 1%. It's actually 0.56%. And at face value, that may not seem like a lot, right? But you have to understand what you're actually getting. Now, this is on a stable coin. Again, a stable coin, something that is pegged essentially to the dollar. I think it's around like a 99 cents, but essentially pegged to the dollar. Understand what that means. It doesn't matter what the price is. You're going to be guaranteeing yourself, essentially, nothing is really guaranteed in crypto, but you're basically going to be guaranteeing yourself this percentage. Now, something with Drip, something with Splash token, that token is not a stable coin. So you will benefit as the coin goes up, and you will not as the token goes down. So if the token goes down, that extends your ROI period. And if it goes up, that shrinks it. These are very obvious things that I'm saying, but I want you to understand that now that you're dealing with a stable coin, this is something that you are almost guaranteeing the amount of rewards. Now that 0.56% does not count compounding. So when you compound, that percent is only going to increase. I don't know the percent right off the top of my head. I'm going to go over a calculator that they did provide. That way I can show you the potential of where this project can be, within a year or so. Now I did put 10.3K into this one. I went pretty heavy into it. And similar to Drip, they have a sort of partner referral type program. Now, this isn't your very typical, program where, you build a team or whatever, and you need an address in order to get into the project. You actually do not need an address to get into this. You can do this completely solo. You don't have to, but there is a significant benefit if you do have an address, if you do have a partner. So what happens is if you have a partner, every time you deposit, every time they deposit, y'all both receive 0.5% of that deposit. Now guys, you have to understand how important that is for the life that you are connected to that person. Whenever there is a deposit, everybody receives 0.5% in rewards. That is very huge. That is very important. This project also gives you the option to airdrop to your people, to people on your team. There's a lot of perks to this type of system. So I strongly encourage, if y'all do get into this system, do get a partner. It does not have to be me. It does not matter. My partner address, of course, will be down in the description. And of course, I would be very appreciative if you did use my address, but use an address regardless. Use your friends, whatever. Use an address because it's going to help you every time you deposit 0.5%, every time they deposit 0.5%. And over time, that's going to add up for everybody. The other thing that you have to understand too is in order to buy this, you have to buy in BUSD, right? This is what the trunk token is bonded by. So all the people that are staking, they're buying BUSD, which is now providing more stability for the trunk token, which in turn provides more stability for Stampede, since Stampede runs off the trunk token. So these are all things that you kind of have to understand and kind of see the longevity of the project. Even though it's not paying out some crazy, 10%, 5% rewards, it's paying out a very sustainable reward and is being backed by a legit structure. Now, scrolling to the very bottom, we'll see a couple things. We'll see the price of trunk right now. It's at around 99 cents. Liquidity Pancake price is sitting at 98.7%. Total liquidity on Pancake is 7.1 million. There's only currently 3,435 participants, which is also key because as soon as that goes up, it's just more stability for the project overall. Now, if we look at some more key things, you can deposit and withdraw trunk to participate in passive dividends provided by elephant.money. Stable, 9% of the volume is rewarded as a credit back reward pool that is paid over time. Now fees, there are 0 fees for staking and withdrawing. There's 0 fees. A lifetime dividends, elephant.money enhances Trunk as a single asset passive income source with few moving parts. Participants enjoy constant rewards that are resistant to market down cycles. 1% of the reward pool from minting and redeeming is distributed daily. So guys, as you can see, there is stability everywhere in this project. It is backed by like real logic, a real system, and this was created by somebody that has a lot of experience in this game. Another cool strategy that you can use if you decide to enter the Stampede is to take those rewards that you're earning and throw those into the staking pool, and now you're earning more rewards off those rewards. Everything kind of chains together, guys. All of this entire platform is just screaming passive income, and it's really what I'm all about. It's what got me really into, you know, the node projects in general, which is the thought of passive income. This is the best way currently that I believe in crypto that exists. I don't think there's anything really close to the stability of this project. I don't think there's really anything that is more sustainable than this right now. There's so many people that are in the project. There's so much money that's into the project. There's really only 2 ways that this project can fail, and they're both sort of very unlikely. The first is if, you know, the developer rugs, which I highly doubt that that's going to happen. The developer is Docs. He's very well known in the community and very liked in the community as well. The other way would be if a lot of holders of the elephant token end up just pulling out, and you know the price slowly goes down. But if that does happen, I'm sure there's people on the opposite spectrum that see that as an opportunity to buy in. So either way, this project is looking very, very solid. Now, I did say that I was going to go over the white paper in this video, and I definitely could go over the white paper, but I honestly felt like I explained most of the main topics of this project, primarily how this project works, its fundamentals. So if you did want to dive deep into their white paper, you definitely can. It explains a lot of things in more vivid detail, and you can definitely go ahead and check that out. And I recommend that you do check this out. Guys, again, nothing in my videos are ever financial advice. This isn't me telling you to get into this project. Just because I dropped 20 grand in this project, I'm not telling you to get into this project, but I'm just letting you know that this is one of those projects that, you know, I'm looking for. I know that several other people are looking for as a sustainable passive income project in crypto. I think that this is the best thing that we got so far. There really isn't anything like this that combines all elements of crypto passive income from the beginning project, you know, reflection tokens, you know, just holding the token, you are earning more and more of the token. And as more and more people buy the token, you are earning from the price appreciation of that token. All of these things get funneled into each other, and the Trunk token and the elephant token are working back to back just to keep the project even more sustainable on top of the model that they're already built on. All right, now let's quickly check out the calculator. Now, at the bottom here, there's going to be a link to download the Stampede Calculator. Go ahead and download that, make yourself a copy. That way you can edit and put in your values respectively. All right, so here's going to be the calculator. As you can see, I put in my starting Trunk as $10,000. Stampede, of course, is going to be around $1 or 99 cents. Daily is currently wrong. I was testing something. It's actually 5.6%. And these are going to be our accurate numbers. Now, if we look over here, we can see while we compound where we can eventually get to. So currently this is going to be making me around $56 per day. And you know, if I were to compound that every single day, we can see that my total dividends begin stacking compared to not doing this and just taking rewards. And we can see by day 100, we'll be looking at around $16,000. At 200 days, we'll be at around $29,000. And if we go to 300, we'll be at around $51,000. So definitely check out this calculator. This could give you a better idea of what the long-term rewards that you're going to be receiving are going to be. You know, you can put whatever price that you decide to buy your Trunk in. And again, this does not necessarily count the 0.5% for the deposits that people that you're partnered with, you know, put in that you receive. Because again, it's a win-win scenario. If you deposit, I get the benefit. When I deposit, you get the benefit. And this happens for the lifespan of the project. Again, it was designed, you know, by a developer with a lot of experience within crypto. So it's, you know, it's backed by somebody that's been in the game, is trusted by many people, and of course is docs, KYC'd, etc. Audits, 2 separate audits on this project. This is right now what I believe the best that it gets right now as far as sustainability and the amount of rewards that we're getting per day. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate a like down below and a sub if you really did enjoy it. Let me know if I did get anything wrong in this video. Please let me know down in the comments. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments as well. Y'all have a great day or night, whatever time you are watching this video. Have a good one.